A normal day on the busy streets of Brooklyn suddenly became anything but ordinary when a minivan being chased by the police became the center of attention. A police officer happened to be in the right place at the right time and captured the intense chase on their camera. As the minivan raced through the streets, you could feel how tense the situation was. The driver seemed really determined to get away and was doing risky moves, narrowly avoiding crashing into other cars. Things got even worse when the minivan, trying to escape, crashed into several other cars with a really scary impact. There were screeching tires and loud crashing sounds as chaos broke out in Brooklyn. And just when you thought things couldn't get crazier, the driver of the minivan tried to make a bold move by running away on foot. We got a story of bravery and determination from Norman Police Sergeant Robert Scott. He was driving back to the police station when he got caught in a really bad thunderstorm, and there was even a tornado in the distance. As Sergeant Scott kept driving through the storm, the rain got heavier, and it became really hard to see. He tried his best to get through the storm, but the rain was so intense that he had to stop his car and wait for it to get better. That was a smart move because the storm was getting really dangerous. While Sergeant Scott was waiting in his parked car for the storm to calm down, the tornado suddenly got really close to where he was. And guess what? Our trusty dashboard camera recorded the whole heart-pounding moment when debris and those scary storm clouds came really close to his car. Nature's power can be so unpredictable and incredible. In Ferndale, Michigan, a woman sees a chance and takes off in a police car that nobody's in. What comes next is a really fast chase that the dashboard camera recorded. The video shows the intense pursuit as Hawkins drives through the streets, going as fast as 100 miles per hour. She's going through traffic without being scared, even going the wrong way at times, just missing crashing into other cars in a really exciting way. The chase doesn't stop until there's a really scary crash. Hawkins hits another car going at a breathtaking 83 miles per hour. The impact was really something to see. In a true miracle, both Hawkins and the other driver got out of the crash without any serious injuries, which is really lucky considering how hard the crash was. In 2012, Yorba Linda, California, had a bunch of underground electrical vault explosions. This not only left the community without power, but also showed how brave the first responders were, like something out of a movie. A police officer who was patrolling the streets caught an incredible sight on his dashboard camera. It was the moment when an underground electrical vault exploded, lighting up the night sky and causing a lot of chaos in the area.
Just exploded.
But the story didn't end there. As emergency workers rushed to the scene, they had to deal with an even bigger problem. The first explosion was just the start. There were more explosions happening, making things worse. Captain David Wolf from the Orange County Fire Authority quickly got to the scene and showed incredible courage. However, things didn't go as planned. One of the blasts sent him flying nearly 10 feet, leaving him confused and hurt. The video shows the really scary moments that came after this, showing how strong and determined our brave first responders are. This video shows a crazy moment caught on a police dash cam. A police car is patrolling the streets when they get a call to chase a vehicle. They notice the car is right ahead of them and start chasing it onto the highway. Moments later, the car in front of them stops as the policeman asks the driver to step outside of his car. The officer asks the guy what's in the trunk. Upon receiving no answer, the policeman opened the trunk to find the remains of a person. He later pleaded not guilty to murder, but the jury found him the culprit, and he was imprisoned. This was extremely chilling and sad. It seemed like a normal day in Noonan, but everything changed when a woman named Rose Becker started a high-speed police chase that shook up the city. The chase got really scary when Becker sped through a school zone while students were going home. She was going as fast as 70 miles per hour, and the police were right behind her. To try to stop this dramatic chase,
Back off, I'm gonna hit him.
the speeds got even crazier, going up to a stunning 90 miles per hour. It was like something out of an action movie. The chase got really exciting when the authorities finally caught up with Becker on Fisher Road. They all worked together to surround her car and quickly arrested her. When they searched her car, they found something surprising, maybe cocaine and marijuana. This added another layer of complication to the whole situation. On April 10th, 2020, around 6:40 m, the police got a call for help. They were chasing a black pickup truck driven by Justin Battenfield. He was driving the pickup truck really dangerously, going through red lights and passing other cars on the side of US 71. As the chase went on, Battenfield's driving got even more dangerous. He didn't stop for red lights, went on the side of the road, and even drove into oncoming traffic. Trooper Sean Ellis was told to stop the pickup right away. He used a move called a PAT maneuver to try to stop the truck. During the PIT maneuver, the police car touched the side of Battenfield's truck. Both vehicles went off the road, and Battenfield's truck flipped over, going up in the air as it passed over the police car. Sadly, Justin Battenfield got really hurt in the crash and didn't make it, and Trooper Sean Ellis also got seriously hurt. It's a quiet evening in August in Rapid City, and Jeff Siemens is driving through town with his wife and stepdaughter, heading to Montana. But then, something really bad happens. Jeff's heart suddenly stops, and it's life-threatening.
Oh, dear God! Back up.
His loved ones are super scared. In just a few minutes, the Rapid City Police Department gets moving. Officer Kathleen Callery arrives at the scene, and soon after, Officer Chris Hunt and Officer Michael Freiberger show up. They work together as a team, ready to deal with the problem.
We're gonna have to pull this up a little bit more.
These officers don't waste any time. They start doing CPR and use a crucial device to give an electric shock. They think fast and stay determined, and it's their quick actions that save Jeff Siemens. Thanks to these everyday heroes, Jeff gets better little by little. They made a big difference in a really tough situation. Now we have a really sad story that shows how serious things can get during a police chase. The chase started in Troy and went north towards Huber Heights as officers were trying to catch a 19-year-old named Jalen Alexander. He had outstanding warrants for serious charges like felonious assault and child endangerment, which made people worry about the safety of the community. The chase ended in a really tragic and heartbreaking way, leaving a dark cloud over everything. It led to the loss of 2 lives and injuries to 2 other people. Police officers got to the scene quickly to see how bad things were. Despite the fast and brave work of emergency personnel, the injuries were just too severe for those involved. Get ready for an exciting story about a recent traffic stop that got really intense. This happened on a Tuesday night on Interstate 95, which is always busy. Here's what went down. A pickup truck was going super fast, 80 miles per hour in a 60-mile-per-hour zone. What they didn't know was that this choice was about to set off a chain of events that would really grab your attention. Instead of stopping when they were supposed to, the driver decided to try and get away, which led to a really suspenseful chase. But then, the chase ended suddenly when the pickup truck crashed and burst into flames. The impact was so strong that it shocked everyone and made us realize how powerful a collision like that can be. In our next video, we go to Minneapolis, where a normal morning turned into a mess as a reckless driver tried to run away from the police. This all happened on Highway 100 in Robbinsdale, where the driver's actions got the police's attention. As they started chasing the driver, things got worse really fast, and it all ended tragically near the intersection of 42nd Avenue North and Regent Avenue. The crash caused a lot of damage and sadness. In a really scary twist, the driver who was running away crashed into a school bus from behind. That bus was carrying 22 innocent children, and the crash was really bad, causing a lot of confusion and sadness. Emergency crews got to the scene quickly, responding to the calls for help and taking care of the injured. The aftermath of the crash was really sad, with 7 children on the school bus getting hurt. Influence of drugs. So much could have gone wrong there. Stay tuned for our #1 pick that will shock you. In this astonishing video, recorded on July 2nd, 2023, we saw a high-speed police chase that ended in a really bad crash. The video shows the intense moments leading up to the crash. There were tire marks on the road from the car, and the car went up in the air after hitting the concrete center divider. The police cars chasing the suspect did their best to keep up, with their sirens blaring through the night.
Whoa. Oh my gosh. My car. Watch.
And then, in a heart-stopping moment, the suspect's car crashed into the concrete center divider, and it flew into the air like something from an action movie. It hit that concrete divider really hard, making a loud noise and causing a lot of chaos. Just by looking at the mess left behind, you can almost feel how strong the impact was. Watch this shocking dashcam video showing the moment when a guy named Kushner, who was driving a stolen Audi, led the police on a really dangerous chase through the streets of North Manchester. This chase is something else. The officers in the BMW X5 are chasing Kushner, who's driving like he's in a race, making it super hard for the cops to keep up. He's doing some seriously reckless things, going way over 70 miles an hour on roads where you're supposed to go only 30 miles an hour. It's like he can't slow down. He's in a real hurry, Hold on tight, because this chase is about to get wild. In a totally unexpected twist, the chase takes a sudden and shocking turn when Kushner's path ends suddenly in a crash with a tree and a set of railings.
Yeah, vehicle crashed.
The crash really messed up the stolen Audi, showing how intense the collision was. But incredibly, Kushner comes out of the wreck without any serious injuries, which is just amazing luck in the middle of all that chaos. Get ready for an exciting police chase that will keep you at the edge of your seat. In this dashcam video, we saw a daring escape that can only be described as a mix of luck, quick thinking, and a bit of strategy. It all started with the sound of sirens and then a really fast chase. Our dashboard camera recorded every heart-pounding moment as the suspect's car led the police on a high-speed chase through the streets. As the chase went on, the suspect got lucky at a busy intersection. They skillfully drove through the chaos, leaving behind a trail of tire marks. This move helped them get some important distance and left the chasing officers briefly behind in the dust. Now, here's where things get interesting. The chasing officer decided to be careful and stop at red lights. This was to make sure innocent people on the road stayed safe and to avoid possible accidents. While it made the chase slower, it showed a strong commitment to keeping the public safe. And at the perfect moment, the suspect disappeared from sight, leaving the officers confused and the chase in the rearview mirror. In this video, posted by RM Video on October 18th of 2019, dash cam footage from a parked car outside of a drugstore in the Philippines captures a 6.4 magnitude earthquake. The earthquake hit out of nowhere, and shoppers and employees evacuated the store. This is crazy. You can see the car shake, products falling off the shelves everywhere, and the lights suddenly go off. The earthquake abruptly ended, but not before leaving everyone in shock. As far as I know, no one was injured though. This dashcam shows a policeman getting. As a result of this pileup, more than 10 people were injured and several cars were damaged. Luckily, the officer was all right. This dashcam video takes us to Harlem, Indiana, where a really powerful tornado caused a lot of chaos and destruction. Get ready to see the incredible scenes that a watchful police officer's dashboard camera recorded. It was a shocking display of nature's strength as the police officer's dashcam captured the scary sight of a tornado sweeping through Harlem, Indiana. The sky got really dark, and it was just chaos as the tornado destroyed everything in its path. The wind was loud, and stuff was flying around. The police officer's dashboard camera recorded all the heart-pounding moments as the tornado tore up trees, and the whole town felt like it was shaking in the face of nature's unstoppable force. This video shows we've got an incredible look at the devastating tornado that hit Newcastle and more. An officer recorded this intense video, giving us a unique view of the huge storm. Chief Norman's dependable dashboard camera started recording, and it did a great job showing the first moments as the tornado gracefully crossed the highway.
Okay, it's pretty good size now.
Chief Norman had no idea that this was just the beginning of a really shocking series of events that would affect the whole area and capture everyone's attention. In just a few minutes, the calm atmosphere changed dramatically as the wind picked up, and you could feel that there was real danger in the air. Chief Norman made a smart choice to keep a safe distance from the tornado's path. But in a sudden and almost unbelievable transformation, the storm changed really quickly, getting stronger and more powerful, turning into an extremely destructive EF5 tornado. The destruction that followed left a big mark on the landscape that you couldn't forget. We got some amazing video that will make you really curious and leave you fascinated. This all happened on April 16th, 2019, in the sky over Bethany Beach, Delaware. Imagine this. It's a calm Tuesday evening on April 16th, 2019. The sun has gone down, making the horizon all warm. Then, a super bright fireball shows up in the sky, leaving a trail of wonder behind it. People who saw it couldn't believe their eyes. The fireball streaked through the sky, and it caught the attention of folks far and wide. A police officer's dashboard camera recorded the fireball perfectly as it gracefully went down towards the far-off horizon. These kinds of amazing sights don't happen often for police officers to capture, so we want to say a big thank you to Officer Cutts for sharing this extraordinary video with us. On September 9th, 2022, a trooper in Scott, Arkansas, came across a stolen car while doing their duty to check for speeding. Let's get into the details. When the trooper saw the stolen SUV quickly turn onto Colonel Maynard Road, they acted fast, starting to chase the car even though their emergency lights were flashing and the siren was loud. The person driving the stolen car didn't stop and kept going. Then, on Craig Road, a smart move was made.
The result?
It was done really well, and it caused the stolen car to spin dramatically and crash into the trooper's patrol car that was standing strong. The chase got surprising when the driver suddenly left the car and ran into the nearby woods. The trooper was worried about the safety of a baby that was reported to be in the rear-facing car seat. So they went to check on Miss Jones and her son to make sure they were okay. Thankfully, both the mother and the child were fine, which was a big relief in the middle of all the intense stuff happening. On April 15th, a man wanted for a previous shooting had a really intense chase with the Michigan State Police 5th District Fugitive team. The exciting video from the police car's camera takes you on a thrilling ride through neighborhoods and busy streets in downtown Kalamazoo. The suspect even drove the wrong way on Michigan Avenue, leaving behind a trail of excitement and danger. Even though it was really risky, the determined police officers kept chasing the suspect. They were unwavering in their commitment to keeping people safe. The chase got really intense at the intersection of West Kalamazoo Avenue and North Park Street when the suspect's car crashed. The suspect, Thrasher, tried to run away, but the quick response of the police officers led to his immediate capture. This brought an end to the high-stakes chase. Get ready for an exciting ride as we look at the dashcam footage of a thrilling police chase that happened in the early hours of Sunday morning. While the police were patrolling the Red Roof Inn parking lot, they noticed a Chevy Impala with really dark windows. To their surprise, they saw a man who looked like he was sleeping in the driver's seat. As the officers got closer to the car, they saw a rifle on the back floor. When they woke up the driver, he tried to hide a plastic bag with a suspicious white stuff in it. Things got really dangerous when the driver suddenly backed up the car, putting the officers' lives at risk by trying to run them over. The driver then took off, leading the officers on a wild chase through the streets of North Charleston. The chase had high speeds and some really close calls as the driver tried to get away. After a relentless pursuit, the officers were finally able to catch the driver when he got tired. Watch this exciting video of a high-speed chase with quick moves and a surprising turn of events. It's about a GMC Denali trying to get away from the Arkansas State Police. As the chase got more intense, the Denali driver started weaving through traffic, making risky moves like going into the wrong lane, going really fast, and slamming the brakes, all to try and escape from the determined Arkansas State Police. In a really action-packed moment, a trooper used a tactical vehicle intervention move to make the Denali go off the road. But the determined suspect managed to get out of the ditch and keep trying to run away. The chase finally came to an exciting end when the Denali lost control while going around a curve and crashed into some trees and bushes. The dust settled, and all the chaos ended, bringing this adrenaline-filled chase to a close. In the Green Sea area, a police car's dashboard camera recorded a series of events that would change the lives of those involved forever. As the officer chased a speeding motorcyclist, things got really tense really fast. The motorcyclist knew it was risky, but thought it would be like a game of hide and seek with the law. What he didn't realize was that his decision was going to come back to hurt him big time, and the consequences were serious. It was one of those moments that make you shake your head and wonder what was going through their mind. The situation got worse and had a lasting impact on everyone involved and the community. The police officer skillfully closed the gap between them, and the sirens were blaring loudly, hoping the motorcyclist would change his mind. But he just kept going faster, going between cars, and seemed really set on not getting caught. Then, in an instant, the motorcyclist turned his head briefly, maybe realizing the danger was getting close. But it was too late. The crash was unavoidable, and it sent shockwaves through the scene. Here's some dashcam footage that shows a really sad series of events that happened just a few minutes after a sheriff's deputy tried to do a normal traffic stop. In the video, a police officer sees a car speeding and starts a regular traffic stop.
We're still moving. There's good tag on it. There's a few points for the law with me here.
But things take an unexpected turn when the driver pulls into a shopping center parking lot and gets out of her car for a moment. Even though the officer tells her many times to go back to her car, she refuses and doesn't listen. The tension goes up as she gets back into her car and suddenly drives away with the officer chasing her. Just 2 minutes into the chase, the officer gets to a really bad crash involving the driver's car. Sadly, the crash was really serious, and it caused the driver to be thrown out of the car, and she was pronounced dead at the scene. This video is a strong reminder of how dangerous and serious high-speed chases can be. In our next video, we have a really sad and intense story that happened on the streets of Sheridan, Arkansas. This exclusive video will take you through a high-speed police chase that had a really tragic ending, and it left the whole community shocked. It all started innocently enough when an officer from the Sheridan Police Department pulled over a car within the city. But to the surprise of the officer, the driver of the car really didn't want to follow their instructions, and that's when things got intense, leading to a captivating chase about to begin. As time went on, the chase got faster and more dangerous. The driver didn't care about anyone's safety, driving all over the place and putting other people in danger. Because the suspect was such a threat, the officer decided to use a tactic to stop the car on purpose. The chase ended tragically when the suspect swerved into the officer's lane, lost control, and crashed into a ditch by the side of the road. This video shows a crazy encounter between a police officer and a fugitive from prison. An officer stops the guy who's jogging and starts questioning him about a guy who has run away from prison. He questions the guy hard, but the quick and confident answers from the fugitive convince the cop that he's just some guy on a jog. Police officer leaves, only to later learn that he was the guy on the death sentence and had escaped from prison twice already. The criminal even gave 2 different names under questioning, but the officer just didn't notice. Due to this mistake, he was not caught for a full year. Officers need to pay more attention to those subtle clues. Thanks for watching. Stay vigilant, friends.